Uh, Again, like Osky's boldness off stage has, I think, been one of the like defining gameplay traits that I've seen all bracket tonight. And again, like Fleet's recovery is one that has a fair amount of vulnerabilities. So, how is Osky going to be able to kind of crack the puzzle of this new kind of recovery? Slightly, different pacing than what we've seen from our other characters, and slightly more capable of throwing out pressure from range. It'd be a very interesting challenge here, I think. For some reason, something tells me that this could be a set that's very lopsided, but I don't know who it would be lopsided for, is kind of the scary part.
I would almost say it might be lopsided in Thel's favor, and here's why. Thel has had to play Chiefy in winner side. So, sorry. Oh, never mind. I was looking on the wrong side of bracket. Oopsies. I thought Thel had played an Olympian bracket and Osky hasn't. But no, that was Adverse that played Chiefy, so oopsies. So yes, lopsided possibly, but it would have to be Thel really establishing dominance and establishing the pace of this game early, and so far it's pretty even across the board.
Yeah. They're doing a pretty solid job of just kind of staying at this mid-range and jumping over the projectiles. I do think Thel is a player who's somewhat quick to just start throwing out like the side beats and the F-strongs. And we're seeing right there, like, doesn't get punished for that one, but F-strong in the wrong direction. I mean, you could have taken a lot of damage for that.
And off stage, that's going to be another big difference maker, is how is Thel's edge guards compared to a rather... Osky's able... How is Osky going to recover around these arrows? You may have to, if you're Osky, you got to look to maybe set up more of these, down Bs, these focus attacks to say, and as well set up gem beneath platform, or beneath ledge.
Yeah, hopefully.
You're going to have to get creative.
Just kind of trying to hang on this ledge right now, think of a game plan. Ooh. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful floor hug there.
No fear on that F-strong. Instead, just going to get up and eat a big fist. Knuckle sandwich from Osky. Ooh.
Finally, reading the jump, Osky gonna take Thel's first stock, though quite a bit of extra credit on Osky right now. And the down strong is in fact going to kill, even against the fast faller.
We're honestly kind of surprised that connected. I thought Osky had created the space needed vertically to avoid it, but no, that is a big hitbox.
Indeed. And, ooh, this is actually very interesting that what we're seeing right now is it feels like Osky's struggling to hit these longer strings on a floaty like Fleet. We've seen all fast fallers in our loser side of bracket leading up to this point. Thel's really breaking the cycle here. And Osky, I don't know if he's yet adjusted to the way that you have to combo Fleet.
Yeah, well, very good. Doing a good job of landing the stronger moves, your finishers, your stuff. It's just getting Fleet to that point. What we're seeing, forward air and up strongs land. It's these two pieces, these extended conversions you were talking about. They're just kind of falling short that you gotta really work on, because you've been landing them so many times against fast fallers. Here's somebody a little bit floatier. They're gonna work a little bit different.
Absolutely. Oh boy. It's so scary here. I think, okay, at that percent, yeah, even the reverse hit's finally going to kill Osky. Has made the game pretty even. That being said, we have seen that Thel does have pretty solid edge guards. It is not out of the question that Osky could just get thrown off stage and that's it.
Yeah, Osky, you have to really be careful every time you leave this stage from here on out. Thel could spell the end of it. Okay, tornado and coming down. Wow, look at these up air conversions. Finish with a forward air from Osky. Thel just having to survive here. Back to center stage. Gets a little up tilt. Ooh, get up in the arrow off stage. How are you going to survive if you're Osky? Here we go. Back to center stage. Ooh, ducking beneath the command grab.
Oh my goodness, wait, the up B, not enough to kill. Still hanging on, albeit only barely. This game's turning out to be down to the wire.
Oh my gosh, forgot where the gem was. Able to get that in the forward air, but not enough to take the stock. I'm liking these waveland approaches. This the unique movement coming out from Thel here on this platform to approach Osky. Working out very well. Tornado to the rescue. Forward it strong again. Still, Yuki said, on the wire.
Ooh, gonna swing in on the back air. Finally going to find the stock. Oh my goodness. A very drawn out end to that game, to be sure, but Thel is going to take game number 1. And like I said, I mean, something deep down inside me says that this set feels like it's... I don't know why, but I feel like that's going to be a 3-0, but with that game being so close, I am more than welcome to be proven wrong here.
I mean, also don't count out, Thel has had to wait a little bit, so maybe just be a case of getting the fingers warmed up again.
Yeah, I mean, what's interesting about that game in particular, though, like, to that point, is it felt like Thel was actually playing better early on, or maybe Osky was just playing worse, not exactly playing well against Fleet. Because again, there's also the fact Osky's just been playing against the polar opposite kinds of characters to Fleet for the rest of this bracket. Either way, Godai, another pretty simple, starter stage here. I think I can appreciate this pick, just trying to, maybe not loving Jules Veil, but still wanting to minimize the amount of, like, weird variables with your stage pick.
Yeah. Keep things relatively even, keep things something comfortable. We both know how to maneuver around this. There's not any, wackiness of, like, extra big stage, unique platform setups. We're very comfortable. We know what we're getting into on Godai. And so, able to create the space needed, and then punish accordingly, as so far this is back and forth. They're just pushing each other from one ledge to the other and back again.
Yeah.
Now, creating the space. Ooh, forward tilt for down tilt. These openings. Oh, bonked! Get bonked!
Indeed, yeah. At least in the first stock, this game, bit of a change of pace here. Osky's going to be able to play from the lead now. It's interesting though, because Osky's very much not the kind of player to get a lead and be like, okay, we're just going to take it slower now. No, Osky's going to just use that to really go pedal to the metal with a little bit less fear, and the arrow gonna find its mark.
The double arrow, one up arrow. I'm pretty sure Thel split the arrow in half on that one. Able to land, make sure both of them find home. And now what is this edge guard here? Oh, both weaving in and out of these down airs. It's just what Osky needed.
Okay. Terrifying for a second. I wasn't sure how much height Osky was going to be able to get, but still in a pretty even situation, especially if the bear's not killing. Yep, 2 stocks apiece still. Ooh.
That's one of the worst feelings.
Yeah.
You just gotta see yourself slowly go like the opposite way of the ledge. Unfortunate. But here we go, Osky now with a new lease here. Or sorry, Thel with a new lease and a new stock. I'm gonna turn this around on Osky, trying to find these openings. Still though, it seems to be kind of a little more autopilot from like landing one thing and then really sometimes almost hoping that the follow-up connects instead of knowing that the follow-up will connect. But here we go. Speaking of knowing a follow-up will connect.
Yeah, very...
There's one up strong for you.
Yeah, I love the spacing on the first one like that. That was very good. The second one is tricky on the platform like that. You won't always have the space to reposition. That being said, who cares? Kills at the top are overrated. We're fighting Olympia. We're going to kill her off the bottom.
Something I really appreciate about Thel and how she's playing Fleet as it goes on is her scrapping ability. And when she's like at ledge like that against a character like Olympia, she knows which one of her like multi-hit moves or which one of her aerials is going to really be best to bounce Olympia off that stage in a wacky angle.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a crucial part of the matchup here, and least for Fleet, because for Olympia, I think they're staying in and keeping this pressure up is going to be the key, and Osky's been doing a phenomenal job of doing just that, and this up B is going to miss!
Not what you're looking for, but you know, it doesn't matter in the end when you get up a down strong that powerful is enough to take the stock off the side. We got ourselves a set here, Cyber. One apiece.
I'm late for class.
Yeah, my 3-0 prediction confidently just cast away by Osky here. Gonna make sure all these sets are going down to the wire, or at the very least feeling like they're going down to the wire.
Totally. What are we going to next, though? I'm seeing Forest Band. Okay, we're going to Fire Palace. Getting right into the action here, off the rip. Fire Palace back to center stage. Where? Scrapping, scrap. 2 pieces here, 2 pieces there. And so far, it's been Osky on the receiving end of it. Off rip and has their back against the wall. But still, look at these grounded options. So volatile, so strong from Osky, able to push Thel back, and now bring us to even percents here.
Well, even on the parry, I don't know how I feel about Thel, just kind of, oh my goodness. That second down air was so unfortunate. I think that saved Osky.
Oh really? I thought Osky parry, teched both of them, but yeah,
Maybe.
Up B's enough to do it off the side.
Oh,
Okay,
Osky's
working out here.
Yeah, little reversal of fate, because Osky's gonna find the first stock again, and get another chance to just build up a crazy amount of extra credit.
Whoa, talk about a gross angle there. Good job from Osky, though. Still make it back. Nair from the side. Not enough yet. Down air is going to connect, but twofer. Another double dunk from Thel is able to bring us to 2 stocks apiece. What good shield pressure as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, looks for the dare. Finds it, but not a huge reward.
Now I understand that Thel likes to be in the air. He's going to be moving around and floating like fleets tend to float. I think though Osky may want to tend to be a bit more grounded in this matchup, kind of try and bring Thel down to your level. Realizing you will have to challenge at some points off stage, but really when it comes to getting your combos started, I think your started grounding options are your best bet.
Definitely depends, because we've seen some good examples of Osky, like, hitting air-to-airs against Thel, and I think that's very solid for Olympia. The one thing that we haven't seen a whole lot of is parries on these, like, side Bs or down Bs. Admittedly, parrying down B is, like, difficult, but especially this game, Thel's going for a lot of down B. I'd be interested to see if Osky be able to force some bigger openings with parry.
Oh yeah, and betting a little bit less on some of these massive smash attacks, massive strongs. So up strong there. And now still just walling out your opponent. Good job. Great use of gem there to close the gap quickly. Still gonna make it back to ledge.
Yeah, oh boy. Nair connecting, and yep, that's gonna be Osky losing another stock. The down airs have just been absolutely brutal. I think Thel can just be on point with these. I think that's going to really turn the tide of the stat in her favor.
They're so strong against so many characters in this game that you have no reason not to practice them until, like, the cows come home. So, Thel, just another day in the office landing those. How was Osky to be able to fight through this wall of projectiles, kind of find anything here? Okay, another Nair, 162 to 100. The percent not looking good if you're Osky. And like you said, more of these opened arrows that certainly should be parried, or at least attempted to be parried. Just Osky's eating them for free.
Yeah. Oh, but slightly anticlimactic end to that game, if I may say. Just kind of finding the back air, I believe, and I mean, yeah, it's a strong back air. It's a pretty good move, and that's gonna give Thel the 2-1 lead in this set, one game away from finding that run back against Adverse.
Now, I wonder what stage they could go to next. If you're Osky, probably want something very tight to really keep your opponent like close to you, so that way you can't have that same kind of issue with all these projectiles covering so much space. But we're going to Hodojo. What do you think about this?
I definitely get where Osky is coming from here. The stage opens up a lot of relatively easy and strong combo opportunities that are really good for Olympia. The only thing that kind of has me uncertain is what we're seeing right now from Thel, which is that her edge cancel movement is incredibly clean, and she goes for it often, and this stage is going to just enable her to do it non-stop. So Osky's really going to have to be on the mark with predicting this movement, because, like, look at that! I mean, just constantly pressing buttons, and yeah, you can totally go contest that, but you gotta be careful, right? If you're wrong, then you're just opening yourself up for a punish as well, so... Both players kind of banking on opposite, like, explosive options here.
Oh yeah, and speaking of explosive options, that down tilt forward air, so lethal against so many characters. Osky gonna find it, but not enough because, you know, Fleet has that extra, the float, I feel like, makes Fleet stocks last a bit longer than anybody really expects them to. But like you said, with plenty of platforms means plenty of platforms to cancel on, but no dice there as the down strong is gonna take the first stock off of Thel. In here. Ooh, get up immediately into that strong.
That is tragic. The point blank arrow evening up this game. You just know little, like, silly little mistakes like that when you are one game away from being knocked out of the bracket, it stings a little bit.
Yeah, but to be able to answer back and just a double bonk on stage, double down air, 57%. You got yourself a good percent lead here, but you got to maintain. You got to keep up the pressure. Ooh, four hugs.
Boy, trying to scout some kind of option here near the ledge, but ooh, I wonder if the down strong was a misinput or just like a bad read on Osky's part.
I'm gonna have to go with miss input because you got to think that Upstrong may have landed right underneath your opponent and had the idea just smash. Ooh. There we go. More. That's probably what they're looking for. Thel, great job landing tornado and still extra percent put on Osky.
Another parry, unfortunately. You can see Thel trying to find the opening. Ultimately, still does take this stock. But I don't think he's going to be really getting much of a lead. Very quick response from Osky. And, this is scary here. I feel like it's do or die for Osky, but it's going to be tricky because you don't have too much wiggle room against a player like Thel.
No, very scary. Tournament stock on the line here, trying to force a game 5. Instead, just playing patient, walling out. Couple big forward airs from Osky onto Thel. Thel, though, she's got to keep calm and collected. But another forward air, down air, forward air, and oh my gosh, bouncing off the stage like a pinball machine. Osky's going to land another up B off the side, and that's a disgusting angle, Cyber.
Absolutely, yeah. Some admittedly poor DI coming out from Thel, but I'll admit, even I think that was supposed to be no DI to live that, and I'll admit, would have been very scary to no DI that. Very, very harsh angle on that move. So, we're going to game 5, it's going to be Thel's counter pick. See, she's one on Julesville and Fire Capital. So I kind of expect like a medium to large stage here, maybe like a Merchant, or we could go just about as small as it gets with Aetherian Forest.
It's going to be up close and personal, but it's going to be tough because we've seen how many times Thel has landed these up close and personal arrows, but right now it's Osky keeping Thel in the blender with these grounded And bro, these Makoto combos basically. Oh, there we go. Forward air.
Yeah, I think a lot of this is going to come down to the edge guarding aspect as well. Just, okay, can I force Osky off stage as much as possible? Can I make him play like half this game off stage? That's going to be a lot of Thel's win conditions. So far, not working out too spectacularly. She's slowly fallen behind here and hasn't really gotten any opportunities for the punishes that are good for Fleet. Yeah, barely not making it back either.
What a crazy hitbox that landed. You got the downward hitbox on, I believe that's up tilt? That was...
Okay.
They're still just playing leapfrog here center stage. But now Osky is off to the races, gets the bounce, and this is that extra credit percent that if you're Osky, you are loving.
Absolutely. And, oh, okay. Strange misinput. I think the arrows kind of just got him a little bit freaked out, but it's okay. You just find an Olympia fair, and your troubles just melt away. Osky, full stock lead here going into the end of Game 5. We're gonna have to really play as efficiently as possible if she wants to win this set.
Osky turned this around in an instant, made this whole game on the cusp of being one of the fastest one we've had yet in this top 8. Down strong and already looking for another finish that forward air. Osky playing amazing here, doing a great job. The stage pick working quite well. Can they finish the job here? 75%. Oh my gosh, forward side B off stage. He hasn't been enough to make it back.
Yeah, very close to finding a confirmed to end the set. Unfortunately, for Osky, Thel is hanging on, though it's kind of feeling like it's by a thread. That fair almost killing, and Thel hasn't even hit triple digits yet.
No. Trying to find a nice little edge guard confirmed to finish this, but still back on the stage. Here we go, finally finding some arrows. Is this what it takes to... Ooh, there is the edge guard again from the Thel. So last stock for these two, but at 99%, at basically 100%. Thel's been left Thel not looking too hot.
Yeah, I would definitely agree, but it's Fleet. I mean, if there's a stock, there's a way. You find some way to get Osky in the corner, and that could just be the only opening you need, but an up tilt, making the dream fall apart in an instant. Fleet's recovery just doesn't have quite enough vertical distance to make up such a powerful spike.
Out of my way.
No, that's a tough one, but especially that's a tough one for Thel. But she played incredible today. What a run.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that sets up our grand final here, Cyber, for Adverse Advent Osky. We mentioned it. If Osky beat the Fleet, they'd have to do it again. Well, now they have to do it again.
Indeed, different Fleet, of course. I feel like Adverse, slightly slower pace, slightly more consistent with some of the edge guards and whatnot. Gonna be interesting to see how this set shapes out. Of course, Osky also coming in through losers. Gonna be in a bit of a dangerous situation. Because Osky will have to win 2 sets in order to win here.
Yeah. First